All right, checking in with Spnnng Slvr by Naomi Novik, a 2018 fantasy novel where we've have sort of three main threads of female characters, though some of the duties have been taken over by the young brother of Wanda, the kind of Christian peasant character, and by the nurse, the nursemaid, I guess, of Ileana. But surprisingly enough, this is chapters 15.5, like halfway through chapter 15. I think I was where I left off the last time, to completely all of chapter 19. This, I think, goes to chapter 27, but suddenly, like, all the plot threads have come together, uniting in a very dramatic scene at the wedding that of one of Miriam's cousins that she had promised to go to, and where she let Ileana know that this is where she would be bringing the king Strigar, the king of the Strigars to, and Ileana said okay, and she's bringing the Azar, who is possessed by this demon too, who wants to feed on the king of the Strigars, and Miriam's family, mother and father, and Wanda's brother are going through the woods to go to the wedding, but the dolt who was to take them in his cart across got himself lost, didn't bring oats to feed the horses, so that they are basically freezing to death, and indeed one of them dies. But luckily enough, the young brother is out in the snow because he hears a dinging, he hears a clinking sound, and it's his brother, because Wanda and her brother had taken shelter in what I think is the other half of the of the hut, the part of the hut that is in our world versus the part of the hut which is in the Strigar's world, which housed the nursemaid. So that's where that kind of flipped over, because they were making stuff, and it was like, the nursemaid was using it, and the nursemaid was doing some very fine weaving, knitting, and was actually ended up kind of teaching Wanda her craft through it. But they hook up, and they all go to the city, and they go to this wedding as well, and so they all get together. And yes, Miriam comes in with the the king of the Strigars, and they dance, and it's like this amazing dance where they're all brought into it, including the king of the Strigars, and you're sort of feeling kind of sorry that they're setting him up. And then Ileana comes in with the possessed Tsar, and we have this great grand battle where it's the Tsar tries to catch the Strigar in the silver chain, and gets brutally beaten and broken and bashed and tossed into the fire. And it looks like, well, the Strigar's going to just carry off Miriam again, and the monster will not get, that's in the Tsar, will not get fed, but it gets the father catches up the chain and tries to get it around him, doesn't, fails, but Wanda's brother and Wanda and the youngest brother all encircle the Strigar and the thing, are able to hold it, and they all hold it like all together until the Tsar with its possessed creature is able to capture the Strigar. And it's like, oh, he is captured, and the monster wants its name so it can fully feed off him. It's like, I'm never going to give you my, it's the Stryger's like, I'm never giving you my name. And you believe it. This isn't like human torturing. It's like, yeah, he will never give the name. It's like, well, I will feed off you. I'm going to feed off your land. I'm going to feed off all your people. So it's really brutal for them. It's like, it's horrendous. But this does get Miriam out of its clutches. Now, Ileana, as far as I know, seems to still be very much in the clutches of this is the Tsar, and it's this possessing demon, which is actually seems to be male, not female. So it's not like it's reincarnated the mother. I think the mother was possessed by this creature, but it's like one of these devils, Faustian bargains. Probably brought her it power, and has now brought him his power. So there's still plenty of things to figure out. And I mean, Wanda and her brother are still going to be wanted for the murder of their father and can't go back to their lives. So yeah, we'll have to see how it continues along, how this is going to get sorted. But it's like quite cool that, all these plot threads have all come together here. And all these characters with their plot threads have all come together here. Not at the very, very, very end, where sometimes that can be dissatisfying. So I'm eager to see how they weave and bob back together, if they weave again, or do they all split off again and come back together again, or do they weave into one more kind of cohesive story through? It will be interesting to see. So yeah, that is Naomi Novik's Spnnng Slvr, 15.5 to chapter 19. More videos later.